So now that Fortnite Reload has been out for a few days now, it's been a good while, and I've played a good amount of games on this. I feel like I'm finally ready to talk about, I guess, kind of like my review, but there's not, obviously the good things about this are that it does feel OG, you know what I mean? It does feel just like that right there. That guy's immediately dead. I mean, the guy on my team is immediately dead. He landed at tilted though, so that's kind of expected. But there's not really much great to say about the gameplay itself. It's very, very hit or miss, and I think a lot of that comes from skill-based matchmaking, which I do feel like is something that we should have. I just wish it was a little bit more consistent, because I don't know about you guys, but just about every game I've played, I feel like I've played against completely different players. It hasn't felt really consistent across the board. One game I'll play against, people who are acting like they're competing for the FNCS qualifiers, and then the next game I'll play against people who are just chilling, playing the game normally. You know what I mean? That, like, in either way, I feel like I'm playing against people that shouldn't be playing against me. You know what I mean? Like, either they're way better than me or they are a lot worse. And that's just that. Now that's the first thing. And that one isn't too major because I've still been having fun playing this. I like the amount of weapons and chests that there are. I like the differing, just random mythics and the exotic chests and stuff like that. Like, that's really cool. But I feel like there's a lot of work that needs to be done to this to make it more enjoyable. And I feel like a lot of people feel the same way too. Now, my next point was going to be about a little, just kind of how sweaty this is. Like, I feel like a lot of the most like competitive players are playing this game mode have kind of moved away from ranked and regular battle royale and are playing reload now, which isn't necessarily the best thing for the game. It's kind of really lopsided right now, and Fortnite Reload is definitely still taking over the game because of the just the differences in player count is pretty insane. One thing that has really, really bothered me though is the fact that it feels like there's so many people all over the map at once. And I feel like a lot of this might just be, well, obviously it's because the map is small. I'm not going to complain about the size of the map because that's like the whole point of this mode. But I do feel like there's definitely a need for different modes to be available, like duos, trios, maybe not solos. I'm not sure how they would do solos in this. That kind of defeats the whole point of, reload. I guess if they just did it to where you could, just had to wait until you spawned in again at a random point on the map, I guess. Not really sure how that would work. But duos is something I feel that would be a lot more enjoyable. Not necessarily just because I don't have a squad to play with, but just because it's not as much at once. Like, I feel like I shoot one person and I have you have an entire squad, so 4 people coming at you at one time and just trying to kill you. Also, I feel like as you spawn, we definitely need more health. There needs to be Siphon. I think that Siphon would make this a lot more fun too. It allows you, because this is supposed to be like a W King mode. Bro just gave me a legendary scar. W teammate. But Siphon, this is a W key mode, and Siphon needs to be added if they want people to be able to do that without dying immediately. So when you kill somebody, instead of them always dropping, minis off spawn or whatever, they need to just give you health. And ammo too. Ammo has been an issue. There really doesn't feel like there's much breathing room, and that's where I feel like Siphon would help a lot of that. It takes away really like the need to carry like a bunch of heals. If you're going around killing a bunch of people, then you shouldn't have to really carry heals if there's good Siphon. That is another point, something that I feel like would make this a lot more enjoyable and something that would be easily implemented. Now, one thing I feel like one reason why a lot of people haven't really liked Fortnite Reload is because it's not the like full OG experience. It's not the full map. And to be honest with you, I like this mode. And I like it because it's different and it's something new that we've never really seen before. But I want them to bring back the full OG map as a separate mode. Not just because I love the OG map, which I do love the OG map. I had so much fun in Fortnite OG for that month that it was here. But I also feel like a lot of people want that. And I want... Ooh. But as you can see right there, like, that dude was sweaty as shit. So, I want them to bring back the OG map because I feel like it would bring a lot more attention to the game again. Like, you guys saw how many people were playing. There was, like, at least 1 million people playing consistently during OG. And that's just something that I want back. I feel like a lot of people want that back, too. So, that would definitely... Let me see if I can kill this guy right here. Bro, I did not want to revive him. Get out of my way. See, like, everybody wears the superhero skins, man. It's all, like, it's nearly unplayable. Like, literally the last game that I played in this, it felt very balanced. I feel like I was playing against people that I should be against. I don't know what is wrong with skill-based matchmaking, but, like, why am I always playing against people that I feel like are, like, leaps and bounds better than me? You know what I mean? It's not even necessarily like, oh, I just need to get better. It's just like, skill-based matchmaking should be skill-based matchmaking. Like, it's literally in the name. And it always, as soon as you drop, you're immediately, you know, hit with 400,000 people, literally the entire lobby shooting you. It's just like, it's just frustrating, man. It feels impossible for you to, like, the whole thing about this is that you should be able to revive, and it's nearly impossible to not die for an entire game. But when you do actually do that, it's like there's no room for air to be able to, you know, get yourself together, get some good loot. You only spawn with a gray AR, which you really can't do much with. I feel like that it should be like a shotgun or something different. Because an AR you really can't do too much with unless you drop in on a fight and just spray. But I feel like overall this mode is definitely liked. It's a breath of fresh air. Anything OG is going to get a lot of attention and people are really going to like. So I feel like Fortnite kind of knew this. They made this in less than a month. I feel like they kind of knew that this was going to happen in a season that, you know, they weren't really too happy with. I just wasted that on accident. And with the next OG season is going to be Chapter 2. I feel like that is going to be a lot of fun. And I feel like people are really going to enjoy that because Chapter 2 was really good. Chapter 2 is really underrated. I feel like it was definitely better than Chapter 1. But I think a lot more people would prefer the OG map to come back in the classic battle royale style as a separate mode. I feel like people would enjoy that more, and I feel like it'd bring more attention to the game. Yeah, so I feel like just some simple like mechanic changes. If they treated this more like a competitive mode, because they're kind of treating it like a casual mode right now, and that's really not what it is. I mean, even if that's what they wanted it to be, that's just not what it is. They need to treat it like a mode like late game arena. And all of my teammates are pushing full teams by themselves. I don't know why they're doing that. But if they treated it more like a competitive mode, because that's how players are treating it, it would be more enjoyable. So, like, add Siphon. Make sure that players are spawning with, like, adequate... How did I miss that? I'm dead. This is the thing too, man. I don't really have like a whole squad to play with. Most of the time I'm playing with randoms, so I don't have like that communication that everybody else has. That's one of the reasons why I said they should, I feel like, because this is just my personal like review of this mode, I feel like they should definitely add in trios and duos as quickly as possible. I feel like that would be a lot more enjoyable for me at least. So all in all, treat it like it's a competitive mode because that's how the community is treating it, whether they wanted it to be casual or not. Treat it like a permanent, as a like arena ranked sort of thing. Make sure that when you reboot, which is like supposed to be the cushion for you to be able to W key and fight people, make sure that when people revive, they're actually able to do something. Give them a little bit more of a grace period when they come out of the air, and give us more than just a gray AR. Siphon needs to be added. So all these things are just like little mechanical changes that I feel like can be made pretty easily. I don't feel like that's asking for too much. And add in the new modes as soon as possible, and I feel like this will be a lot more enjoyable for a lot of different people, because right now no new player can play this. If you are just starting out on Fortnite and you're trying to learn everything, Fortnite really isn't tailored towards new players at all much anymore, and this definitely isn't. And this guy is just like trying to kill me every chance he gets. That's something that is a disadvantage. These people, like, none of my teammates are sticking together. Everyone's just running around doing their own thing. Yeah, it kind of like screws you over. And people are so desperate for kills. Like, this guy is getting chased. My teammate's getting chased after by they were acting like he was a professional streamer, that they were stream sniping. But all in all, you guys, I really do like this mode. It needs some adjustments. Skill-based matchmaking needs to be tweaked a little bit more. It's very, very sweaty. I guess honestly that kind of just comes down to a bit of a skill issue, I guess, to some extent. But I rate this mode about a 7 out of 10. Like I said, needs some work, needs some adjustments, but I think it has a lot of potential and can be a really successful mode in Fortnite. I still do want them to bring back the OG map fully as a permanent mode. I feel like that's honestly the best thing to do, and I feel like Fortnite and Epic Games will realize that eventually as time goes on, guys. So make sure you guys hop in game. Get in here, play this for yourself if you haven't already. Have some fun with it. Enjoy the OG, you know, reminiscent graphics and everything. And yeah, don't take my word for it. Make your own decision. Make your own opinion. Thank you guys so much for watching to the very end. If you did, please do drop a like. Drop a comment down below. Give me a rating out of 10 for Fortnite Reload down below in the comments. I'll be responding to every comment. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Use code Prozeroyt, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.